Hey guys, Amy here from Motorcycle Superstore. Today I've got a whole bunch of adventure touring jackets for you for fall, and the great thing is they're all under $400. Now, adventure touring jackets tend to be very technical and for good reason, so getting one under $400 can be a bit difficult. We found our favorite 5 jackets that are under $400, and I've got them for you here today. I'm going to dive into them just a little bit and point out what makes them so great, especially for that price point. You can end up spending well over $1,000 when it comes to an adventure touring jacket, but you're going to get everything you need in these jackets at a fantastic price. First up, I'm going to dive into the Olympia Ranger jacket. It's the most premium of the jackets that I have for you here today, but again, it's still in that lower level price point for an adventure touring jacket. A great value for the adventure touring rider. Now, the first thing that stands out to me with this jacket is the styling. It's unique for an adventure touring jacket in that it's not the typical gray, beige, or black colorway. I like that they've put some color, a little bit of style into this jacket, but you still have the cut of an adventure touring jacket. All right, so the first focus here is the fit and comfort of the jacket. There's adjustments here at the waist if you want to tighten that up, but there's also adjustments here on the sleeve so that you can tighten down the sleeve as well. Some people like the sleeve loose, but some people like it tighter. It really just depends on your personal preference. One of the features here on the outside is the Cordura fabric in the high abrasion areas. You can see they have that up the sleeve and up the shoulder in that area where you need extra protection. Cordura is very well known for its additional abrasion resistance that it offers to the textiles. Now, up here at the top, you can see there's neoprene around the collar. That's going to help seal the jacket under your helmet, and it's going to be soft up against your neck. It's not going to dig in, but it's going to seal it up there so that the rain will go over your helmet and down the back of your jacket as opposed to in your jacket, because that doesn't feel good. All right, opening this up, they've also sealed the elements out with the closure system here. We've got a rain gutter with a double snap system, but then it opens up to another zipper underneath. There's a Napoleon pocket right there just on the inside so that you've got a pocket that's protected but isn't too difficult to get to. All you have to do is undo 2 snaps to get to that Napoleon pocket. No big deal there. Opens and closes very easily right there on the inside. You can see when I get inside this jacket, there's another layer underneath. As I said, all of these adventure touring jackets have multiple layers because they want to protect you from the elements without necessarily overheating you if you're in warm weather conditions. This layer here on the inside is a thermal lining, nice and warm. You've still got the waterproofing, but if it's cold outside, you can put that thermal lining in there. It zips in. Right here you can see there's 2 zippers, one on each side, that zips in, or it can be worn by itself if you're off the bike as just a thermal jacket when you're walking around to stay nice and warm. You can unzip it, take it out, fold it up, and put it in that back pocket there so that it's stored without taking up room on your bike. Very important feature that they've put into this jacket. Our second jacket up is the Katmandu jacket from First Gear. Now, the big brother to this is the Kilimanjaro jacket. It's a really exceptional premium adventure touring jacket. You can check that out if you're wanting something a little bit next level, but this Katmandu for a lower level price point is a fantastic jacket. Now, you're going to see some things repeated here that we saw in the first jacket, but there's also some really unique features that I like to see in this jacket, and I'm going to focus on those. Now, of course, we do have the protection at shoulders and elbows. We've got the nice long cut. We have volume adjustments at the waist and on the sleeve again, just like we saw in the last jacket, to help tighten it down where you want it tightened down. But what I like what they've done in this jacket is there are sealed zippers here, and those will keep the rain out. Sealed zippers are great, and there's vents here, but then tucked under this little flap, there's another set of sealed zippers here, and that actually opens up to a pocket. So you've got pockets and vents right there on the front with sealed zippers, so you're not going to have to worry about water. There's also more pockets right here on the front of this jacket, so lots of storage here, and of course, another pocket on the back to store your liners. Now, when I open this up, you can see, once again, this unzips and reveals the thermal lining in here. Again, this jacket is waterproof and it's got the thermal liner, so you're protected from the elements. There's a really nice longer length thermal lining in here that zips out easily. No big deal. You've got the airflow capabilities in this jacket. You're going to be protected from the water. You're going to be nice and warm when you need it, or you can pop that out, open the vents, and cool off if you need that as well. Lots going on here in this First Gear jacket. This is the Scorpion Yuma jacket. This is the lightest weight of the adventure touring jackets that I have for you here today. It's noticeably so, largely because it does not have a thermal removable liner. The liner that's in there is waterproof and windproof. So depending on where you live or where you're going to be riding, if you are in warmer weather riding, if you're like me, live in Texas, maybe you live in SoCal, this is more of an option for those weather conditions. Now, of course, it is still great for fall. It's going to protect you from a lot of elements. You've got some options in here, but it leans more towards the warmer weather than the other jackets that I've got for you. Now, one of the noticeable things on this jacket is, again, that we've got a lot of mesh here. That's really contributing to the light weight of this jacket, but there's also multiple volume adjustments. We've got 2 at the waist and 1 here on the sleeve. Again, more mesh down here and another adjustment at the wrist. A lot of customization built into this jacket and still, again, very light. You can see on the bottom of the front there are 2 pockets there. There's one more big one on the back to store those liners. And let me show you as I unzip this. Now this has a shorter collar. I want to point that out. A lot of the adventure touring jackets have a very tall collar. This is a shorter collar for an adventure touring jacket. It's more of a mandarin collar. It still has a nice soft roll around the neck to make sure that it doesn't dig into your neck, but it's not quite as tall. So depending on your personal preference, some people don't want a tall collar. They think that's annoying. If you like the shorter collars, this is a great option for you. Now as I open this up, you can see that we've got double zippers here to remove that liner. Or if you want to get in there, you just un-Velcro. And you can see this is the liner there with that yellow zipper. So if you want to unzip that as well, you can check out the inside. Okay, there's that lining. This is the inner lining of the jacket, waterproof and windproof lining. So you can take that out if you really want to cool off in this jacket. Really depends on what type of riding you're doing. Again, there's a pocket in the back to store this liner in. Otherwise, you can unzip this and remove that lining. And the jacket itself has loads of mesh, lots of air movement through this jacket. Very, very light. Great for those warm weather riding conditions. Next up is the Alpinestars Andes Dry Star Jacket. Alpinestars has done a fantastic job, as they always do, at adding as much value as possible into the price point of their jacket. Really, the Andes is no exception to that rule. And of course, it's a Dry Star jacket, which means it's got a very breathable, waterproof membrane in there, very close to Gore-Tex in its breathability. So you know you're going to be protected from the elements, but you're going to be cool or warm depending on what you want and need. I like the style of this jacket. It's a pretty slick look. Alpinestars does have a lot of options for adventure touring, so if this jacket doesn't fit you perfectly, or maybe you want something more premium, they do have other options like, say, the Valparaiso. Great jacket. They just came out with the Valparaiso 2, and if you want more features or maybe more layers on your jacket, you should check that one out. On our YouTube channel, we did an individual product review on that one. Now the Andes, we have lots of pockets going on here. There's 2 here at the front. These zip down there, but then there's 2 more here at the bottom. Plenty of volume adjustments, but there's also a climate control system in this jacket to really channel air through the jacket if you need to cool off. There's zippers here at the top, and those open up to vent systems. Of course, you have the protection built in, nice hits of the Alpinestars logo, and really just a nice look with lots of reflective hits here around the jacket. Now let's look on the inside. You can open this up at the top, and I like that they've got the little hook there, so you can open that up, especially if you want a little airflow through there, or maybe you're walking around off the bike. I like that you can hook that away. We've got a rain gutter with Velcro, and then open it up to a Napoleon pocket right there on the inside. Now as I unzip this, you can see we have that awesome Alpinestars red zipper so that you can find that lining and take it out easily. That is thermal, so it's going to keep you warm when you need it. Of course, there's a pant zipper in here to attach to the pants. And then here is where you would unzip that lining from the jacket. Again, you've got the waterproofing, you've got the thermal, you've got the protection. Overall, a really great jacket, and of course, a great value, as we always expect from Alpinestars. Last but not least is the Motocentric Brigade jacket. Now, the price point on this jacket is what really sweetens the deal. Gotta love it, especially for an adventure touring jacket, but we still have a lot of features in here that make it functional and safe. Now, as you can see, we've got the volume adjustments here on the front and then 2 on the sleeves. Again, we've come to see those in all the adventure touring jackets, as well as the protection and the shoulders, elbows, and a foam pad in the back. But what we like to see is the pockets and the comfort elements that are built in for weather conditions. Now there's 4 pockets, 2 here on the front and 2 at the bottom. You can see those right there. And then there's also ventilation built in up here at the shoulders. Now that's a Velcro opening for this ventilation system with a zipper underneath, so it's not quite as easy to access as the Alpinestars one is, but again, the price point difference is considerable. Really great feature to have this ventilation system in this price point jacket. We have reflective elements here, and even this right here, it's one of those stealth mode reflective hits where you can't tell that it's reflective reflective, but it actually is woven in here. When I open this up, you can see this is actually Velcro to get in there. Not as convenient as snaps or a zipper would be, but again, as you move down in price point, those are the changes that you tend to see. It's easier to get into those high price point jackets than it is the lower price point jackets. So that's really what you're looking at when you're looking at the price point difference and wondering why there's hundreds of dollars difference between even the Ranger to this jacket. All right, when we open that up, there is still a rain gutter there. You're protected from the rain. This is a waterproof jacket, and then when we unzip it, you can see the thermal lining in there as well. So you still have those layers of protection. Over here is where you unzip the liner, and you can see that there's mesh on the inside of this jacket, so that if you take that liner out, you're gonna have that air flow through the jacket, especially if you open up those vents. But you do have the thermal lining, waterproofing capabilities, ventilation, really a lot of things built into this jacket, especially for that price point. It really cannot be beat. As you can see, we have a lot of jackets to offer in that under $400 price point for adventure touring. Of course, we have lots of jackets in general, and you can check those out on our website, where you're always going to get super deals super fast, at motorcyclesuperstore.com. Of course, we'll put links to each of these individual jackets below in the description, but make sure you take a second to click that link in the corner and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, thanks for watching.